First at 5 o'clock tonight, adding insult to injury. Tonight we're digging deeper into another setback for residents of that Westgate condominium complex that burned down. Hi everyone, I'm Dan Janig.
Good evening, I'm Patrice Wood. NBC 10 has been following every update since the devastating fire earlier this month. The fire at the Warwick complex happened more than 2 weeks ago, back on March 11th. Fast-moving flames destroyed 38 units, leaving about 100 people homeless. And at last check, despite weeks of investigation, authorities have not been able to comment on what caused the fire.
NBC 10's Brian Crandall attended a closed-door meeting between Westgate's owners and residents last night, and that's where we learned the people forced out by the fire still have to pay their condo fees. Now, that may not sound right or fair, but we found out it's state law.
Alison Bologna found out why these residents have to pay for a home that no longer exists. Alison?
It's state law indeed, and unless the owners have unit insurance that would cover condo fees in the case of a fire like this one, yes, they still have to pay out of pocket themselves. However, what we learned today, maybe not as much. We found out why.
The Warwick building, which fire destroyed, will be rebuilt. But in the meantime, we're told the residents who occupied the 38 apartments that are no longer here will still need to pay their condo fees.
The Rhode Island law dictates that everyone has equal interest in the property and that everyone's fees are assessed very evenly.
This comes after a closed-door meeting last night in which residents met with the condo association. A lawyer for the Westgate Condominium Association tells me that while the obligation to pay the fees remains, they're trying to make adjustments so that while fixed costs will stick, other costs could go down, such as the heating and cleaning bills that won't exist with the building gone. In a statement, he also says that he has, quote, suggested that displaced unit owners might consider seeking additional and temporary relief from their individual lenders with regard to the mortgages on their units and also with the city of Warwick with regard to their tax payments. Patty Doyle represents Churchill and Banks and says they hope to have some progress on this in the next week to report back to all of those who used to live here.
It's just obviously so sad, and you know, we are hoping to bring closure to this for all of the owners and the renters as quickly as we possibly can. That said, we're also fully participating in the investigation by the State Fire Marshal, by the city fire officials, and by Liberty Mutual in assessing what actually happened.
Attorney Richard Palumbo says it's ultimately up to the condo association to make any decisions which change the current fee schedule.
If you had unanimous consent, I think could come in and waive fees. Are you going to get unanimous consent of the unit owners? I don't know. But if you have unanimous agreement of the unit owners, they can pretty much do whatever they would need to do.
All right, so there you have it. The lawyer for the condo board also told unit owners with individual homeowners insurance policies that aside from what's called the association's master insurance, they should also see if their individual plans would contribute to any of those monthly fees, at least for right now. Alison Bologna, NBC 10 News.
And Alison, there are still a lot of questions about the Westgate condos fire unanswered tonight. We're working hard to get those answers for you and for those who lost everything in the fire. New developments as they happen on air and on turnto10.com.